Hello, I'm Stan. I am a person who is living with the early onset of Alzheimer's. As I'm classed as clinically vulnerable, I've been shielding for the past 54 weeks, only venturing out on about 8 or 9 occasions for hospital appointments and haircuts in last August. Due to the pandemic, my scheduled chemotherapy and the bladder scans that I had done each 3 months had to be cancelled. Unfortunately, the cancellation of the chemotherapy has led to a growth of 2 more tumours. This necessitated me having another operation last week to have them removed. I'm still unsure as to whether I will be going back on the chemotherapy. This all depends on biopsy. Over the past 54 weeks, not only have my operations and scans been cancelled, but the memory groups I used to attend at Muswell Hospital once a month, which meant I was having face-to-face contact with other people living with dementia and their carers. This is quite important to me because it gave me another outlet to sort of keep in contact with people, find out what was going on, and lessened what was about to become an isolation period. Fortunately, I've been able to stay in contact with those people living with dementia and the carers, in as much as a fellow dementia sufferer myself, Roy, we formed a Zoom group and we run a weekly quiz every Thursday. Those quizzes normally last for about 3 hours. It's not all quiz, it also gives us everybody to have a chance and get together to find out, what people are doing, what's happening, and so on. Again, this was very important during the lockdown period. We've extended that quiz thing now to twice daily, one midday and one at 7:30, because we found that some of the carers were saying that being on their own, especially those who had loved ones in care homes, they had no contact. They weren't getting out and this type of thing. They was walking the walls, with one of the phrases they used. So we decided to instigate these 2 meetings, which we call boredom busters. They're quite successful. It gives them, the carers, a chance to meet up face-to-face, not face-to-face, but on Zoom, and have a natter, keep in contact. And it's meant that some have been able to link up and they can now go out for walks on the exercise side of the pandemic. It's rather ironic that you've got 2 people living with dementia running 2 particular groups for carers predominantly, because most of the other people who have got dementia have not really got the capacity to take part. From these past experiences over the last year, I can only hope that the powers that be have learnt by the mistakes that have been made, both in expenditure and cessation of treatments for various illnesses like cancer and that if this thing comes around again or something similar, they have got the where and withal to do a programme which means no loss of services, certainly to the people living with dementia and those who have got major illnesses such as cancer.